Well, how the turns have tabled, how the tables have turned, how reality has finally caught up with people, and the truth is finally out there about Zombaekillz and the fact that this woman is an infiltrator. What is an infiltrator, Luca? An infiltrator is someone who uses some social issue and social narrative in order to benefit themselves and get ahead for themselves. It was clear from me from the beginning that Zombaekillz was an infiltrator. Now some may be asking, Luca, why didn't you say anything? I'll tell you exactly why I didn't say anything. Because this woman and her little minions were all coming together, getting people's channels deleted and banned because anyone who spoke up against her automatically was labeled a detractor, automatically was labeled as someone who hates themselves, a self-hating Black person. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened with Zombaekillz. But let me tell you why I knew she was an infiltrator. Let me tell you how I knew she was an infiltrator. This woman came through. She first gained traction when she came through. Add in Sony and Microsoft, asking for a free PlayStation 5 and a free Xbox Series X. And as she was asking for it, she was using the fact that she's Black as the reason for it. And then to really just tie it all together, she hit us with that hashtag justice for Breonna Taylor. So she spoke on that dead woman's name in order to benefit for himself. And you all fell for it. People came out of the woodwork tripping over themselves to come defend this woman just because she also happened to be Black. You completely ignored the problematic behavior, the questionable statements, the lies. Because hashtag solidarity. Because for a lot of people, the color of someone's skin matters way more to them than the content of their character. Shocking. Shocking. And this is how stuff like this happens. And this is how it affects the rest of our community. And we all end up looking bad because some of you allowed this woman to have a voice and speak on your behalf when she was clearly speaking for her own gain. And she doesn't give a fuck about Black issues. And anyone with eyes and who isn't blinded by the crusade could have seen that. Shout out to Dayron with Super Chat saying, I'm here for this. She's in the bushes with Outriders. So she finally gets exposed. Like I said, I was like, me and All Day and Slow-Mo, we all had a conversation about this when this woman first popped up. All Day wanted to say something. I was like, you can't say anything because they're going to take you. All Day, who is someone who I know is probably one of the most pro-Black people I know. Always talking about these issues, genuinely cares about these issues, talks to me about them off air all the time. I was like, you can't say anything because they're gonna label you a coon. They're gonna say that you hate Black women and they're gonna go after you. So we're gonna stay back and we're gonna watch this bitch self-destruct. We're gonna watch her implode. And that's exactly what happened because these people are so fake that they can't help themselves and their true selves eventually come out. So let's talk about this. So this is from @Munchkin_Doom. No idea who this chick is, right? So she says, what was the reason? So as many of you know or may not know, something that I've kind of known for almost a year now has finally been revealed. I was one of the many targets in Z's plan to be the only Black woman in the room. I have no clue why this woman decided to launch this disgusting plan to potentially get me demonetized, deplatformed, and have partnerships with brands revoked. More so, what she did was gatekeep me against some of the very people that I admired and wanted to work with within the industry. Within this industry. Because of that, this is my story. So, okay, anyway. So we're talking, she's talking. This is okay. All right. What I think the root of the okay, so Z was friends with a content creator that me and other black content creators had a disagreement with over an event that we were supposed to do. I was still upset with that person, and when I approached Z via DM, I approached her because from what she showed me up until that point, or what I thought was real, was that she was very big on activism and the Black Lives Matter movement. What this content creator did was counterproductive to what she and other streamers stood for. So I told her my account of what happened with this event and why other people were upset with this content creator for it, for which I still have the screenshots. I jumped in her DM because when the content creator spoke of the event on Twitter, she was confused. That's when I went to pull her to the side to tell her what was going on. Here is how the conversation went. All right, so here we go. I guess we're going to go through this. Can you guys still see this? Yes, you can. Okay, let's see here. So this chick, she hits up Zombie. She's like, what's good? I want to fill you in on what had happened with so-and-so and why he feels no one black person from Mixer wanted to fuck with so-and-so. This is my words. No one else's influenced it. About how he lied about something, made sense, blah, blah. So-and-so was vocal about people not having to speak out about so-and-so and was even called out by another partner because of it. She should have just kept the fucking names in. This is ridiculous. Okay. All right. I'm reading through it myself. Okay. All right. All right. So this is essentially talking about two events that they want to do. Okay. So some content creator decided to create a group chat with tons of black streamers, and funny how so-and-so confirmed, even though we never said yes fully, list included everyone that was within the original idea. Blah, blah. Confronted you. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back and look at the rest of these. Look at this. Look at this. There's just so much to say. Okay. So, okay. We're just going to look at what Zombie said. So she's like, I don't know what happened with the fundraiser stuff. Okay. Sounds like a lot of ego. Okay. 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 I felt zero. Okay. She said, I have felt zero black, camaraderie on that platform. I felt my audience also didn't reflect me because it was white as hell, and I left because of it. I tried to form relationships with other black creators, and I saw that there wasn't a space for me there. It's interesting, as the person that y'all elected as your spokesperson for Black Lives Matter and all these black issues says she doesn't feel comfortable in spaces with other black creators. That's kind of a little bit off, but whatever. I also saw there was a very real ceiling for potential and a whole lot of ego and people being scared of sharing anything. As an activist and not a streamer, I called out blah, blah, blah because before I saw any of my peers doing so. How I talked about it on, I guess, my stream before most folks started talking about it. People were afraid of rocking the boat, and Mosey jumped on once they saw how lucrative it was. All right, let's go to the third one. Oh, look. I mean, look how long this is. Okay. Hold on. Let me see here. Where is it? Okay, how I talked about it. Rocking the boat. Okay. I don't think what so-and-so said was out of line. I understand feeling that way because so-and-so didn't personally come for anyone and I kept it professional, but said how they felt. This person doesn't hate black women and has fed them. So-and-so's been working with me behind the scenes, offering help and even getting hella subs in my channel. My content's political and black as fuck, and so-and-so supports me as a black woman, the opposite of what everyone has said about so-and-so. And so-and-so ain't slandered not one black woman in particular to me. In fact, we are all about doing really huge work for other people, for our people. And as you know, activism is where my heart is. Many mistakes is going to be part of the journey and venting about how your experience was valid. So-and-so felt frustrated and hurt from whatever the situation was. Apparently, so do y'all. I can't vouch for shit because I felt it, but I can say that so-and-so is trying to be out here doing better and helping create change and shit and blah, 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 blah. We're all working together. Solidarity. Kumbaya, my lord. Feelings were valid. Y'all were hurt. That's valid too. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what else is here. Go C5. All right. My thing is, so-and-so lied, bold-faced, and didn't own up to that. I guess it was kind of late for everyone, huh? And then acted like they were doing us a favor. That's when I lost respect. Weeks later, to say that so and so said about the black community was fucked up, as a cause, and that's fuck this bitch for blocking out everyone's names as the first thing I want to say. But anyway, so and so unfollowed. They didn't take shots at so and so for what? If you meant it with pure intent, why be shady after the fact? Normally, I'm not on people about personal growth. This is 5. Personal. Okay. I'm not on people about personal growth, but this person bold-faced lied, and then they tried to play it off when they were asked about it. This person went silent, pretty much how they went silent today on the post after I presented the facts. And then Zombie's like, I think from an outside perspective, so-and-so doesn't want to be involved in the drama. I wouldn't either, and I'd unfollow everyone too for the peace of mind. But like I said, this had valid pain behind it, not taking away from being frustrated or whatever else. Also, being silent after it is smart, because arguing on the internet as Black creators, you already know how people look at us. We need to take all that to the DMs. I get feeling upset over your work being screwed over, but honestly, they were trash for how they played folks and are still playing people's emotions. And that is what I wanted you or this person to acknowledge. Okay, so listen. I'm going to link this to y'all so you guys can go ahead and take a fucking look. Here you go, big dogs. All right. We're going to go ahead and let me look at this bottom one. Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to link it so you guys can take a look. So this chick continues on saying, my intent was never to blackball this content creator. However, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. If I know that someone or something isn't right for you, I'll tell you. I respect whether you decided to move forward with this person or not. However, it can't be said that you weren't told of everything that happened, so you can make your own opinion. As you can see from the end of the conversation, I thought we ended on a good note. The last messages I sent her were words of encouragement because she stated that she wasn't doing well on one of her tweets. Fast forward to the Xbox situation. Many of you saw me defending not only Z, but N Saga as they were being tormented online by racists. By this time, I could tell by Z's vibes that she wasn't fully supportive of me. But I took it upon myself to defend 2 Black women that were being attacked by racist trolls. I did this because it was the right thing to do. I didn't do this for clout, and I damn sure didn't do it for monetary gain. I did this because I truly will not stand by and allow someone to be racially attacked because they had an opinion about a situation that other people did not. I'm sorry, people disagreed with. I would understand if these women went out of their way to harm someone, but they didn't. And that's another reason why I stood behind them. Z got upset about the situation that publicly happened on Twitter. Instead of coming to me and so that we could talk about it and resolve the issue, she went to everyone else. At this point, I had muted her. Anything that involved her, I did not engage with because this was out of respect for her personal space. She had grievances about how I handled the situation, so I continued onward with doing my own thing, celebrating others just because and keeping my distance. I came across a post some months later in which I was unaware that this person was talking directly about Z. When I found out that it was about her, I backed away from the entire situation as I genuinely did not know that this person had a problem with Z. This is when she went to other content creators to slander my name and then proceeded to block me. Even when asked by other content creators about the mysterious person that blocked me, I refused to speak on the matter because I didn't want to involve myself with the negativity and drama that comes with it. I let it go. She did not. Here goes various conversations where my name has been mentioned to other content creators in a negative way, directly from Z, or a recalled conversation about her having a hand in getting me canceled. So basically, this Black woman came to the defense of these other Black women, and the Black women that they defended, one of them, ended up turning it around on them and attempting to get them canceled, attempting to make it so they could not get a step into the industry forward, attempting to make sure that all their endeavors went down the drain. And that's when, this is what people mean when they say they eat their own. But continuing forward, once again, names have been covered to protect the integrity of others. If they wish to come forward, they can do so. I want to say to this person here, if you're going to do a call out post, girl, next time just include the names, because if one person is going to get dragged out into the mud or whatever, then they all need to be dragged out. Okay, so Zombie tried the blackball munchkin, and this is where the issue stems from. This is the issue. There are certain Black content creators in our community in the gaming space, and they are considered acceptable Black. Okay? What I mean by that is that they speak well, they put up a front that they don't do any drama, they put up this front of being a positive force in the industry, they put up a front of being supportive of other Black content creators in the cause. They put up that front, right? But the reality of the situation is that they want to be the sole Black at the forefront. They want to be the de facto Black. They want to be the Black person that all the other platforms come and use as a, hey, we're so diverse, we have a Black person on, woo! And then they make it so other Black content creators can't get a step forward because they want to be the only one. They want to be the token Black because it benefits them financially and it benefits them in regards to clout. That is what Zombaekillz is. And people fell for it. Okay. Zombie tried the blackball Munchkin. Oh yeah. She bragged to me about that, like, I'm like, cool, you tried to ruin a person's contract over something that could have been discussed in DMs or on the phone like an adult. I'm telling so-and-so to keep her away from me for pride events and I'm protecting myself. That's what I mean, but power... Wait, that's what, yeah. But power and willingness to use it. Imagine she had just gotten that job at whatever. There's just too much power. One instance. Let's look at another. Okay. Okay, this is not the right one. Let's go back. Okay. She bragged. Is she sick in the head? Her influence is toxic. Like, I could have told you her influence was fucking toxic. Obviously. Obviously. After all the defending I did, and I even helped her with her Xbox, that she fucking didn't bring anyone in on over in the States. Now she's saying she doesn't even like me? Huh? And then publicly acts like she has the range and is the only person that has the range to talk on these issues. I'm like, you don't even know the basics, like cultural appropriation. Like, you just be talking about shit. Everything we've been fighting for years, she's eating off of it with the lack of range. Wow, you don't fucking say. You don't fucking say. You don't say. Okay. All right, this is number 5. Let's look at number 6. Let's see here. And like I said before, this is the issue with our community as a whole, is that there are people who are just so obviously fucking fake and just using the fact that they're Black in order to get ahead, and no one says anything to them. Everyone gives them a pass on everything because they happen to be Black. They're like, listen, this woman's Black and I'm Black. She's my Black sister. So I'm just going to go ahead and ignore her bullshit. And then when she turns around and stabs me in the fucking back, it's going to be perfectly acceptable. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's talk about it. So, my biggest issue is number 1, you being very judgmental, mean, defamatory, talking ill of Black women / people like Mira, Chelsea Bites, Kiwi, Cypher, Saga, Confetti, Munchkin Doom, and more. Denying colorism, which is like colorism is a thing that fucking exists. The paper bag test is not something that people fucking made up, okay? Okay, anyway. Denying colorism and saying these folks who, in my humble opinion, are kind and amazing people. You may not have to like everyone in this space, but speaking in a negative way about other Black creators was a huge red flag to me. And Black men such as Sensei, CJ, Street Grind, Big Cheese, Technic, Goofy Wise, the list goes on. Men have way more grab and clout in these spaces, and that's hecked up. I agree, but these people are individuals, and speaking ill of them to people of privilege, as I've heard you done in voice chat, is very harmful. Speaking ill of black women is dangerous, also very harmful to our people. Your pain is valid, but I feel unsafe and unsure of your intention because of how you've treated other black people. You have not given/granted grace to any of these black and queer creators, whether it is you saying you got them a partnership or connecting them with opportunities and they owe you, is very hurtful to see the complete lack of respect, which is something you preach so publicly. The energy of you constantly dragging black creators in private has made me so uneasy and sick, while you also give bigger grace to bigger white creators like Alana Pierce publicly, who have done and said wild and racist things live, which I have spoken to you about several times. On our last call, speaking about these things, you didn't give me much time to speak without. And it ends there. Maybe, hold on. Yeah, it ends there. Okay, so when she decided to do was slander my name to other content creators about dealing with me, she also spread false narratives about speaking to companies I've worked with, warning them about working with me, to my perceived aggression against her. She even went to content creators and bragged about how she was attempting to get my contracts canceled, and that I was chasing her for clout because I wanted my Twitter impressions to rise. And after seeing how some people in the industry slowly started to disengage with me and even be blocked and unfollowed by people I thought I had a good rapport with, I felt it was best to leave Twitter. Who would believe me that one of the women fighting for black women in the industry was a manipulative, cold-hearted bitch that was truly out for herself, proving some of her critics right? It's almost like she used Breonna Taylor's name to get a system, and now everyone is fucking shocked that it turns out that this bitch is a fucking lying infiltrator. Wow, what a shock. I'm baffled by the entire thing. I want to ensure that nothing like this happens ever again. We as people of color within the industry have the power to elevate people, which is what they did. Which is what we did. For Z in a year truly proves that. Please support anybody that's been named in the rotating document. Please cover these people in prayer, donate to them, blah, 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 blah. Okay. For all the white Twitch partners that are currently in that secret Discord where you not only talk shit about black partners, but allowed her to talk shit about us, you're next. That's great. All right, so let's see what else is happening. Man. All right, so this is from I guess this girl's name is Quinn, saying enough is enough. I've been calling Zombie out on colorism for months now. I know she was under a lot of stress, but she kept saying in our Discord voice chats while her mods were present that being surrounded by white people, how dark-skinned women never support her on the timeline because of colorism, and how they don't like her because she's light-skinned. And I'm like, that's definitely not what colorism is. And I'm sure that these women in this space are rooting for you. Doesn't need to be a constant display of affection. Like, you don't even do that for the people on your own timeline. And she's like, yeah, that's valid. But then she just kept bringing it up over weeks and weeks, and it came to a head after the Black History Month summit for Twitch, when she came into the Discord general chat and cried that all the dark-skinned women talked the entire time and wasted their opportunity and embarrassed her. I was not part of the summit at all. So the fact that I know anything of who was there and what may have happened at an event that was under an NDA is unheard of and massive proof of my honesty. I left the Discord immediately, and the other secret Discord she had. I quit, and that's when I started documenting the shit she would say and trying to plot my escape. Hold on, let me grab my alcohol. One sec. I had to plot my escape from the spaces that she's in without causing a whole thing, because I've seen her do this to other people. Oh, wow, it's like you guys watching and supporting her actively canceling and attacking anyone who disagrees with her, turned around and ended up being a problem for you. That's a fucking shocker. I also knew that would be kind of impossible because she is constantly attacking anyone that disagrees with her, no matter the context. You don't say. I actively stopped hanging around her unless it was previously scheduled events. But then when I was around her, there was always some problematic shit, especially from her larger white creator friends. For example, one time I was in her stream and her good buddy Alana made a joke about hate crimes. Zombae didn't say anything at all. And I called her out on it real time. And then her mod sent me this. Okay, let me go ahead and look at it. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Quinn. I'm not sure what to say. This is very weird. Pardon me. But what was said so I can bring it up to Zombie later. Alana made a joke about hate crimes. She said, if I don't drink Kool-Aid, is that a hate crime? After the long chat about race. Okay. That's kind of okay. And then after Zombie talked to me and asked me to grant her grace and that not everything needs to be called out in front of viewers, which is ironic coming from Zombaekillz, but whatever. But I asked why she can actively roast and drag Black women and gender diverse folks in your private spaces and public Discord spaces. Excuse me, I spoke to her. Okay, I would like to be done, but to be fair, I'm done all the time. Okay. As a marginalized individual, it's so hard to see people with power and privilege lack any accountability. Zombie says, I did think it was funny, but maybe the wrong time, and also less funny knowing it offended people. We don't get to not have accountability. And that's hard to accept. So it makes us hyper aware. I was seeing so much shit over the last 2 weeks disregarding AAPI hate, and I just want to let you know that I would always come to you first. Oh yeah, I see the Black community saying terrible shit too. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. So Zombie's good at what she does, which is talk and forcibly sway, baby. Every time I would call her on racist shit or colorism in her spaces, she would try and flip it back on Black people. Wow, what a shock. So I did try to grant Alana grace, and I just tried to digest her stream and see what it was like when she was with other people who were not marginalized, because clearly she wouldn't make a harmful joke, according to Zombie. This is sarcasm, by the way. I went to her stream, and this happened 10 minutes in. I love and respect you and all you stand for, but I'm in your homegirl stream right now when she made comments to her friends that had racist undertones and wild. She said so casually, make sure you get all the racist slurs out your system and such before we start. And I'm like, what? I wanted to clip it, but I can't because clips are turned off. But I did capture it and I sent it to your Twitter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck about her or her content, and you're not responsible for her actions. But I feel really uncomfortable and weird knowing that the preaching of being kind, inclusive, and respectful is only contingent if you are a white creator with a huge numbers in your space, in the auxiliary space you've created. That may not be how you feel, but that's how it projects. And between that and previous comments from Alana before I knew you that have surfaced on my timeline from other streamers, I think you spoke to me about an incident with whoever this person is. They decide to fucking block the name out, and Alana before. I feel like this goes up against what you preach publicly and privately as a person, influencer, and stream team leader. So this is what essentially this boils down to. This girl has made it like her job, basically, to call people out for any sort of microaggression, any sort of problem. But when it comes to her own friends, she says not a thing because they're her friends, I guess, and she benefits from knowing them. Delicious. And yeah, she did say the Black people say terrible things too. Oh my goodness. All right, here's part 2. Let's go look. Okay. I'm not afraid or scared, but I will not say anything publicly. I don't want you to think I'm on some cancel fest. That's not me. I'm just really confused about the company you keep and its relation to what you vocalize publicly. It's kind of like people who put up this front in public are actually big old fucking frauds in private. It's what a shocker. Mm. Was it Alana? Was it a joke? I didn't see this coming. All right, so let me look at this clip. I can't play audio here. I have the clip. I'll send it to you guys. Do you think they'll cancel Alana Pierce, really? Mm. You guys can take that out. Check it out. All right. Mm-mm-mm. So I asked her how she can run a team based on kindness, but just let this shit fly and be hypocritical. And she's like, everyone deserves grace. This is what everything listed above. And that's when I started to feel emotionally abused. Okay. And manipulated. At this moment, it's not about teaching and grace and growing. It's about who she can manipulate, which I've done so many times as shown before. This is when my fear and abuse PTSD really kicks in and I get triggered. Oh. This is ridiculous too, but whatever. Let me just finish reading this and then I'll let you guys know what I think. I'm starting to feel like nothing was real. She made me feel bad for calling out this white woman when I went to her and asked her every time, and she continuously made me feel like I was being extra too much or misdirecting my anger. That's manipulation 101, baby. As she said about dark-skinned women in the space before, right concept, wrong target. She made me feel like my questions and concerns were misplaced rage from grief. After that call ended, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So after all of our pre-scheduled events wrapped, I quit the team. I tried to do it drama-free, wrote some generic ass statement and left because I was like, Zom would never start a toxic energy or start a hate brigade against me, but I just wanted to be safe. Then a week after I left, I tweeted that I wasn't connected with them anymore to make folks aware that I'm not fucking with her and to protect my space because of things I was hearing from people within the community and side quest folks who were heavily tied to RKG. I made a professional tweet just saying I'm not connected with the space, but still love the people. She freaked out and called me, but I was sleeping. She was going through it and saying my words were harmful. I kept telling her I was not trying to be harmful and I didn't mean to cause her an anxiety attack. Okay, I'm sorry, but y'all need, like, these people need to get the fuck off Twitter. They need to get off social media. There is absolutely no reason why you should be having fucking panic attacks and anxiety attacks because of any of this shit that I just read off. Like, this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. And this is what I talk about when I talk about people who have mental health issues not needing to be on fucking line when it comes to this shit. And I'm saying this is someone with mental health issues. If you can't handle yourself because of small disagreements, you shouldn't be on the fucking line. All right? Anyway, so she was probably just manipulating her though. So, but like I was just like, this is true and valid. I just wasn't comfortable here, you know? Not because of the team, but because of her. Okay. Okay, so I voluntarily stepped down from radically kind gamers. That's the name of the team. This is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And this stupid bitch Zombaekillz was like, this caused me a panic attack. Read it with me, folks. I have voluntarily stepped down from RKG, Radically Kind Gamers, and I'm no longer associated with the team. I love and appreciate the amazing members and will continue to support the awesome friends I've met there, but the space was not comfortable for me. I think it's imperative to clarify that just because a space isn't for you doesn't mean it's a bad space. I truly care about the folks in RKG. So fucking Zombaekillz, she reads this and she freaks out and says, this gave me an anxiety attack. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, Quinn. Regarding the event, I'm very worried about having you and Zombie in the same space. I'm so sorry to do this, but I think it would be best if maybe we work together on something else in the future so you're not involved for the both of you. Again, super sorry for this. So, okay. Wow. They eat their own. I mean, honestly, guys, they eat their fucking own. Like, this is insane. All right, so the fallout kept going. More and more folks just stopped speaking to me, and the screenshots I got from folks in the spaces got more and more plentiful. A lot of folks feeling stuck, angered, or lost, or similar things happening to them leaving the team. I was suicidal and just lost at what to do or say. I was freaking out and crying because I knew she was dragging me behind the scenes in all of her private discords. I asked her why she was doing this to me, and she said this, and she said that she wasn't, and that words have power. Okay. I feel really isolated and retaliated against for speaking up. I know that's not the case, but seeing the folks close to you just throw me to the side really doesn't match the narrative that we've spoken about, and that really hurts. I know that's not the case, but it's very traumatic. Yeah, I definitely agree that that's valid and painful. I hate these bitches. Anyway, I definitely agree that that's valid and painful. I think folks saw the words and they like affected them, kind of the way they initially affected me. It's really the verbiage that like makes people take pause, and people are being reactive the same way that when the tweet went up people were to me. It's definitely not about you speaking up about leaving. I think it's the perceived slight that is giving everyone the issue, and it sucks because words have so much power. But I think people have to choose them so carefully, and we all do make mistakes with them. I mean, I've been guilty of that myself. This entire thing is fucking sick. This is fucking sick, dude. Like, this is sick. This is insane. Mm. My feelings weren't and are not a mistake. It made me think like I was doing something so wrong by leaving. Seeing the retaliation she posted against me, I released to her all of my thoughts and feelings that started before BHM and the things I've seen her do and say. I listed these things because I had valid proof we spoke of it. This letter. All right, let me go look. All right, here's the fucking letter. Oh, this is the rest of it, I think. Nice. Let's see here. Okay, like so okay. All right, okay. Oh yeah, the energy of you constantly dragging black creators in private has made me so uneasy and sick. While you also give grace to bigger white creators like Alana Pierce publicly, who have done and said wild and racist things live, which I've spoken to you about several times on our last call speaking about these things. You didn't even give me much time to speak without steamrolling me and expressing how you feel, which is valid because it is hard to talk. But the crying and never giving me space to say anything feels very manipulated and manipulative. I'm drinking, guys, my bad. Manipulative, and also triggers my trauma of previous abuse and gaslighting. Uh, that doesn't just that just doesn't sit right with me. Though I respect and understand how hard it is to manage a community and how we are all human, and the stream space is very intense, fast-moving space, but there has just been way too many times when I feel as though you have manipulated my kindness and that of others unintentionally. I've been rooting for you for so long, but I've progressively felt abused and unsure of your intentions. Recently, the interactions and voice about Mermaid Royal, who I adore, and their private groups, Jambo, Shot Call, GG, Nega Ori, and other people and brands, where you've tried to tell me that these folks are clout chasing, dangerous, racist, toxic, and more, and to be careful of, but you continue to collaborate with them. My choices to show love and kindness and communicate with folks is on me. But I really did want to believe your words and grant you grace and think you were being more honest with me. That very grace you publicly preach. I can't be associated with this energy. You're a very solid, loud, righteous, vocal, and believable person. I've lost sleep over this, and I feel as though I need to take a step back because of what you may have or are going through that causes, or that creates such a hypocritical environment. There are so many beautiful people in this community that I appreciate and love to play games with. I watch and hang out with them, but there are also other aspects and behaviors that are just not kind and and they're very transphobic and racist and hypocritical and not okay. And I just can't grant grace for constant transphobia, rudeness, and disrespect of marginalized lives. I won't go public. Well, that's a fucking lie. I won't go public. I won't do anything but share with the staff, my moderators, and yours. But just take a step back from the team and go back to being a member of your Twitter community and the other creators I've supported in this space. Update. I wrote this a week ago, and Jude has soft blocked me since then. Though all of our interactions were kind to me, the narrative was twisted somehow. I also want to add that I have screenshots to support all these statements. I only edit it tonight to correct typos and make them shorter. Wow. This is fucking gross. All of this is sick, dude. Okay. So I'm gonna say hi to people in my chat because I haven't said it yet. Um, what's up, the random guy? What's up, Inca? What's up, Quab Bina? What's up, what Serpentine? What's up, Inca? What's up, Saber? What's up, Zero? What's up, Chief Godstaff? What's up, Dayron? Yeah, I'll post the Discord link. One sec. Uh, so okay, so I would like to address my tone from earlier. I was very, very, very much finding this entire concept ridiculous. But as I continue to read on, I feel that I must acknowledge that I have a bit of I feel a bit of discomfort at this idea that these people were truly felt this way because of the environment that was supposed to be a safe and supportive and open space for everyone, you know? Um Me personally, I've stated this earlier in the stream. I was side-eyeing Zombaekillz from the beginning. I personally think that there are people who use the fact that they are part of a marginalized group for their own advantage, and they step on the backs of others in that same group in order to get ahead. They think only of themselves and they care only for themselves. And the saddest part about all of this is that y'all allow it to happen, you know? And it really it comes back to caring more about the fact that someone is also black than paying attention to the words that they're saying, the energy that they're putting out, and whether or not what they're doing is actually right. Shout out to my brother Bito Cloudo with super chat saying Luca added again with the exposed voter. Um, this entire situation is fucking sickening. Uh, it's gross, and that is why I myself am very um, I'm very hesitant whenever I'm approached by people who ask me, "Hey, Luca, can you join my stream or be on my channel and come talk to us and express your viewpoint on what it's like to be a black woman in this space?" And it's like, do you only value my opinion because of the color of my skin and what's between my legs and what I identify with? Is that why you're asking me for my viewpoint and my opinion? If the first words out of your mouth is, as a black woman, I would love to hear your I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it when I'm approached like that. Because red flags instantly pop up for me because of people like Zombaekillz who use their influence, the influence that is given to them by other black creators, to tear other people down. And then even though you're in this space with them, because this woman was in this space with Zombaekillz and saw what she was doing and said nothing until it started to affect her. And that's the problem. It's sad. It's sad. And it is a reality that we have to contend with. There are infiltrators all around. And if you continue to be blinded by your outrage and your hurt, you will deliberately ignore the reality that is in front of you. I understand the what's the word? Instinct, maybe, to defend someone because they're putting forth a front that aligns with the troubles you yourself have experienced. And you feel compelled to speak on their behalf. But you can't allow yourself to be blinded just because you may have this major thing in common. Because that's how people like Zombaekillz get the power and influence that they do. They feed on outrage culture. They feed on cancel culture. They feed on it and they feed on it until they're full of everything they can use to look down on and to bring you down. You, and I want to say this to other Black content creators who may follow me, you should be mindful of the kind of people that you are inviting in your space. Do not make the assumption that just because someone may share your skin tone, or just because someone may share your ethnicity, or just because someone happens to also be a woman, that they understand, they relate, they empathize, and they have your best interest in mind. Because they may just be trying to use you to get ahead for themselves. And that's what's happened with Zombie. She's like, we've taken a hit as a community for giving someone like her the power that we did. Okay. So someone wants me to like share something. Let's see here. Some screens let you share audio. Okay, let me go lead. Share screen. Share. Oh, okay. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up this Alana Pierce thing. And sorry, guys, I've been not looking at the chat. I've been looking at everything else. So, all right. My do. Right.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Who's
Like, we don't have
who's
a
ahead?
stream yet,
Who's
but you
winning?
are in Alana's stream. So
Hi.
just get out in front of this.
Right.
Got all your
when-
racial
how-
slurs out. Just if you were supposed to do them, you should have done it before the stream. All right.
Oh no! Well, I mean, I have a quota to hit. Where did I write them down? Oh man, I must have thrown that out.
Good. In 2010.
Yeah, right. Pretty
Threw
good.
that right in the trash.
Pretty good choice. Yeah, right in the trash. I miss America.
Interesting. Okay. If this Alana thing blows up, you know Sony's gonna fire her. You think it'll blow up? That's so unfortunate. I like Alana Pierce too. That like the biggest issue with that stuff is that if you put forth a certain image and then people get like video evidence of you doing the opposite or making a joke out of something like this, it ends up like just looking bad for you. You know what I mean? Rewind the stream, Justin. But yeah, I think she'll be fine. The only way that this would turn into anything is if it got a lot of traction. So, oh my god! But by the way, shout out to Slow Mo for letting me know that you could share audio on fucking StreamYard. I had no idea. I'm a dummy. All right, I see a couple. I see one person talking about her. Yeah, I looked up her name to see. No one's talking about the clip. I see another person talking about it. Let's see here. What a fucking idiot. Yeah. I am doubtful. Let's look at some instances, an instance of Alana being a white ally. Okay. Anyway, if we could stop giving white people sympathetic excuses for literal massacres, that'd be great. When white people commit mass murders, cops tend to say they just had a bad day, which is true. When other races do commit mass murders, they don't offer this level of dismissive sympathy, which is true. And here's my issue. Let me tell you guys something. As most of you know who've been following the channel for a while, my very first video on this channel was me talking about racism in the gaming community 3 years ago, something like that. I have been talking about these issues for years now, right? Now, something I noticed after the George Floyd riots happened is that a lot of brands and a lot of influencers, like literally all of them, tidal wave of support Black Lives Matter, baby. Because if they didn't, they were going to get canceled, right? Like that was like a thing, right? And I've been very hesitant to believe any of these people and any of these corporations who just so happened to decide out of the blue, uninvited, that they were going to be woo-woo, rah-rah supportive of Black lives. There is a thing where people will take a cause and put up a front of being supportive and being behind a community, when in reality, they're only doing it so they can match a public persona. And that's what a lot of these corporations are doing. And that's what a lot of these influencers are doing. They don't actually care about you. Stop believing that these people care about you. They don't. They care about filling a quota. They care about their image. And they care about being seen as someone who will do the right thing, because being supportive of Black Lives Matter is the in thing right now. It is the hip and cool thing to do. Be mindful when this kind of messaging comes out. Engage for yourselves. If the sincerity behind it is genuine, or if they're just doing it to check off a box. You have to be careful. These people do not care about you. What's up, Razor? What's up, Will? What's up, Hyperfang? Colin's joke wasn't even that bad. It was like whatever. It was like whatever. Like, who gives a shit? Like, what he said wasn't even that bad. That's definitely like a whatever moment, in my opinion. In my opinion. It is. What's up, Contra? How you doing, Queen? Contra said supporting Black lives and uplifting Black women shouldn't be a trend. It's disgusting. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing about it, is that it is a trend right now. They do not give a fuck about us. They don't care. They're only here so they can get a pat on their back for coming off as supportive. You know, it's words. It's a tweet here, and then it's not them doing anything behind the scenes to actually live up to what they're claiming. It's sickening. And everyone was doing it. Everyone. When I started my class last year when I started my class, my IT class, the first thing that they said to us, Black Lives Matter. We had an entire fucking segment last year on Black Lives Matter. My first day of class for an IT class, because everyone was fucking doing it. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Exactly, righteous kung fu. A lot of talk and no action, big dog. Exactly, Quabina. They profit off of strife. This is facts, bro. It's sick. It's fucking sick. And that's why I tell people, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. Especially if you're Black or you're a woman or you're both. Or you fall under any other group. If someone comes to you and the first words out their mouth is, hey, so as a Black person, what do you think? No, get away from me. Like, get away from me. I don't know if I trust you. I don't know you. We have never had a conversation. You heard that I was Black, or you saw a picture of me. You hear I'm a woman. You're like, wait a second. This is a Black woman. Let's get her on my stream so we can talk about Black issues. Nah, big dog. I'm not fucking with it. Like, especially if we've never had a conversation before. And that's the first thing you want to say to me. I'm not fucking with it, dude. I don't trust that shit. Well, what's up, JNL? What up, what up, what up? What's up, Common Sense? What's up, OC Reed? What's up, Video Games HD? What's up, Arcade? What's up, the random guy? What's up, Jayla? Let's see here. Jayla says she made racist remarks connected to Kool-Aid stereotype with Black people, and when she did a stream, she said, get your racial slurs out now, and Zombie never corrected her. Of course she fucking did it. Hey, what up, Gabby? What's up, Queen? How you doing, boo? What's up, Gregor? Yeah, we'll see if anyone says anything to Alana. We'll see. We will see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going back to look to see what everyone's been saying. We'll see. What up, Get Good? What's up? What's up, guys? Oh, hanging out with your kitty. Nice. What's up, Get This Work? What up, 3-Bit? What up, what up, what up? All right, well, that's mostly what I want to say about it. But like I said, this fucking bitch, Zombaekillz, bro. Like, no offense. I really want to ask for anyone who was supporting her, right? What were you thinking when you saw that she used Breonna Taylor? She used a Black woman who was shot and killed in her own home while she was sleeping. Right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened, right? She used this Black woman's name in order to get herself a fucking gaming console. After you saw that, and then you still decide to support her, like, what was the reasoning there? Like, what's the thinking? Because I'm really trying to understand, like, what the mentality you could have had to, like, see her using a dead woman's name to get ahead and still be like, okay, I still support you. Like, what? Can someone explain that to me? What's up, Shogun? What up, Day? You're gonna have to rewind the stream, Shogun. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. Guys, I'll show a tweet. Give me 1 second. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. Sickening. I can't believe that people were supporting her after this shit. That is ridiculous. This is like, I'm blown away. All right, we're gonna share my screen. Here we go. Hi, PlayStation. We noticed a lack of representation of women of color, in specific Black women. Okay. Reviewing your console, I'd like to volunteer myself if you needed help in finding people to do so. Okay. I have written review articles for Tom's Hardware and would love the chance to do so. Okay. Some of us Black women have had a love for consoles forever. I adore Xbox. I want to see them in the hands of people that look like me for reviews. Not just the few Black and brown adjacent men. I would love to watch YouTube videos by us, for us, on tech. Like this tweet if same. Representation matters, especially when Black women are the most unprotected and disrespected beings on the planet. Hashtag justice for Breonna Taylor. So some of y'all saw that when she did it, and you were still like, yeah, let's fucking support. Can I understand the reasoning with that, please? I just want to know. Like, what's the thought process there? You're gonna have to rewind, Racer. It's a lot, bro. It's a fucking lot. Here, I'll link it for you, bro. I don't fucking know. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. I don't know what it means. So yeah, man, that's it for me. Listen, you guys know I'm a Black woman. We talk about racism and all these issues on my channel. We've been talking about it for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, however long I've been on this platform. We've been talking about it because I think it's important to discuss. And my mentality has shifted and evolved over the years as I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 28 now, babies. Okay. And I joined Twitter when I was like 24 or something. I don't know. I've been here for like far too long. I love it though. I love the community. But all I'm saying is like, there are just certain people. If you gotta have that third eye open, baby. Okay. All right, that's it for me. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I skedaddle? Skedaddle. Bro, it's Sunday. Shogun. Sunday, Shogun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping this up. This is definitely one I'm keeping up. What up, Cliff? Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this up. Damn, it just sucks though, because it's like, I know for sure, you know, like there are people in our space who genuinely like want to be here, you know? Like, I'm doing this for fun. I'm a super small YouTuber, just coming through, having fun with my boys, talking shit, my boys and my girls, talking shit, just, having a ball and everything. But there's people who genuinely like want to be in this space, who genuinely want to be in the gaming industry, who genuinely want to be like known in this industry as content creators, in the sense that talking to people like other influencers and journalists and showing up on these like Xbox shows or PlayStation shows or Jeff Keighley stuff. Like, there's people who genuinely care about this stuff and want to be here and have a love for it, and they are blocked by people like this who don't give a fuck about them, don't even actually care about the fact that they're Black, just using it as a talking point. And we all end up looking bad because of this shit. And they don't even understand the damage they're doing to the community as a whole in regards to people who exist in the same space as them, because they don't fucking care. They get their own money and they keep it moving. But what up, Shogun, saying midget queens matter? Thank you, King. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you are a content creator in this space, and if you happen to fall under the umbrella of being a person of color, or being black, or being a woman, or being trans, or being part of the LGBTQ space, just be careful. Be careful of the people who want to use an aspect of you and don't actually see you as a person. They see what you identify as first. So, all right, that's it for me though. I'll catch you guys later on this week for another stream. Oh, we're definitely talking that fucking Invincible finale. That shit was fire. Woo! We're talking that. I'm waiting for Slow Mo to have some free time so we can come through and we can discuss, fellas. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. Nothing but love. Thank you for all. Thanks for everyone who came through. Thanks for everyone who listened. I will catch you guys for another one. And please, please be careful. Do not blindly support and blindly follow people. Just be mindful. And don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Okay? Random guy, you doing a bit too much, big dog. All right, bye, boys and girls, and my non-binary folk. Peace. Oh, and God, time for me to get my ass kicked in Returno again.